Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jay Bird. This is remember 1976 and then 1977 when I first learned how to play chess, created my opening, my theory, and everything, all the continuation moves after that, into the theory after the pawn pushes. And I play the same way as I do now as I back then, except I'm just a better chess player. And let's get to it. I'm in black. This is called Knight's Bird, Knights 88 to bot 2500. No errors, no assistance, no help of any kind to beat the bot. Game 37, and this is ridiculous. This game is another ridiculous game, but I don't think it's quite as bad as that 2200 one a couple games ago with the 2200. But let's shed some light on it. You know, E4, D6, D4, E6, C3, D7, F3, A6, E3. Into the Knight's Bird since 1977 with E7, D3, H6, and there's the full development, pawn development. Castle. I start my attack, G5, H3, F8, and the Knight's 88. It is on the 8th move this time, but even if it ain't, it's still Knight's 88, because both knights are on 88, on 8, E5, D5, pass, H2, knight over, H7, double knight's corner table, E2, H5, C4, C6, takes D5, takes D5. I don't know the reason for that move. To eliminate that when this pawn push is going to come. That's a mistake, but he can get out of this still besides that move. I got something laid out later on. G4, I go. He goes here. Because you can always move your knight back, even though you moved it up. But I got something showed here where this is what he did. But I got something laid out where he could have just went back this way, and then the game goes on. But he went this way. I take H3. H5 takes. I take H4. G3. Back E7. F4. F5. Takes F6. Takes F6. G6 check. D7. F5. C7. F4. Takes F5. C2. B8. Takes F5. Takes F5. Takes F5. Whoops. After the F5 takes, it's, come on now. It's D6. D5 takes. D5 takes. D2. E7. G4. A7. E1. C7. G5. G8. F2. H2. E6. G7. Takes D6. Takes D6. Takes E7. Takes E7. F4. Takes F4. Takes F4. Takes G3. F2. G2. Takes H3. Takes F2. A3. F7. B4. And H7 is a game. I mean, these programs, I don't see. Once, I don't know what's wrong with them. I really don't. But let's look on further a little bit. First of all, you don't use the knights for this kind of opening against the night bird. With those pawn pushes like that. See, let's go back here. First of all, well, they always leave that knight there before. But that bishop should be back there. Let's go on here. Let's see. I go on the knight's waiting. Pass. I start bringing the other knight up. That's not good move. That's a bad move. The bishop goes here. The game goes like this. He moves here. Okay, if I push this pawn, he can go back. Or he can go back here. And then he's still, okay, this game could go different. But I go here. He goes here. Now, let's say he goes here. Now, this is what I got laid out. This is what it would look like. Or, let's take it back. Where he goes here. Well, he don't want to take it because then I take, and then he's under the mask of the rook. Then he'll have to move again. Okay, so let's say for the sake of that, to go, if it went this way, like this, I would push, he would go back. Now, I can't get no check here. This is locked. I can't get back here. And I would pass. Now, I wouldn't take because I put my bishop here. And it'd be a check, and he don't want to start coming out. Things could go terribly wrong here. So, I don't think he would take. But he can go like that, then get me this way, and then bring this rook over like this. And it would be like this, and lock me in this way. This is what I think it would end up being done. And then I'd threaten him. He'd move back. I'd threaten him again. He'd just take it. I'd take it. He'd still stay there. Then I'd go like this. And we'll just say, I figured the sake of, all right, we'd want to trade. He'd want to get his pieces out. So am I. He'd threaten me. Back it up. He'd go here. I put the knight here. And that's where I stopped. I'm not going to keep playing this game out. But we're even in pieces right now, right? 2, 5, 6, 3, 4, 6. Yep, 2 bishops, 2 knights, a bishop, and a bishop. Yeah, we're even on all of this. See, we're still in an even game. He made a mistake or a blunder, whatever, back there. But even if this game followed out, there was another way out of it. And this is what kind of would look like. So I'm holding up to a 2,500. It's just that he made that mistake back here. Or 2. I don't know why. Maybe it's possibly to get, but you can still get out of that. And then I go here. He goes here. That's the mistake or the blunder. Like I said, you could drop it back here and let the game ride this way. But he went here. I took, which was probably the right move. I'm not going for that. Forget that. I want to bust him open. That's the whole purpose of getting the pawns down there. He would go. I wasn't even thinking, didn't even take this pawn again, but look, you got to watch out here. I'm getting my piece now, check. No, it's not a check, I'm sorry. I'm getting my piece now in case, look, he could throw a check. He pushes up, I come back. Then he goes this way. He still didn't throw the check. I could come back this way. There's nothing this way. Well, and if he said check this way, I have this pawn push. You see, this is pretty much, there's nothing really over here. You don't have enough to do anything. You'd have to sacrifice some pieces, and and it goes like this. He takes this time. He gets me a check. I go out. Right away I ran. Now his better move, probably another mistake, was come over here to try to just get me pinned. Let me see. He goes here. Well, before that move, I think he should have came over here first. That's another thing. You see how nuts this game is? But I got out. Then I take. And then I'm out. And I'm trading. And here, you say, why'd he do that? Because look, if he goes like this, check, he loses his queen. Can't do it. I caught him on this one. That's a tactic there. Now, that's understandable. That could be, any human could miss that. So once I went there, it moved. Well, I'm taking a knight anyway, but I didn't even notice the tactic and said, well, why'd he do that? And then I saw it. Then I come up to defend it. The game goes on. But I really believe but it's just, this is the way the programs play. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. I mean, I could go back over games and see this stuff and actually play the game again and get better, but this is ridiculous. I mean, you know, you play the game like the games I got with memorization that are in higher levels against programs. I keep playing the same opening again over and over and over. I do play this opening over and over, but with different variations and move different pieces. It's not exactly doing the same thing. And then plus I got to remember and do the same moves over again and keep playing the program that opens the same way, and it drives me crazy. I mean, I can do it and win, but it's not, you know, but that's all perfect moves too. The program's playing, this program ain't playing best moves. It plays stupid, and then you end up playing stupid because it's stupid. All right, there you have it. That was the other one with no errors. I've said in past videos. Now I got a 2600 coming up. Let's see how stupid they got in that one. Thanks for stopping by.